thing set up by yourself, oh my gosh, it takes a long time. I usually do this with Russell, right? And I'm usually the guy on the side, like setting all this stuff up. And doing it myself, I was like, crap, it took me an extra 15 minutes just to get all this crap put together. It took a lot longer than it should have. So anyway, we'll just wait for a few people to come in. I know there's a lot of people who are excited to jump in on this one. Jeff Walker is the man. When I was in, here we go, I'm just getting crap set up here still. When I was in college, I used to go, I hate like telling people this because it's kind of embarrassing and goofy. But when I was in college, I used to go sit on the side of like the bleachers inside of the places where, what's up? See a few people jumping on now. It's awesome. How you guys doing? But when I was in college, I used to learn this stuff by probably in the most sketchy way you could possibly think of, right? I would sit down and I'd be like, all right, I went to BYU, Idaho, and it was freezing, much like right now in Idaho. It's just raining ice. I've never seen it. It's ridiculous. But I would go inside of the auditorium and I'd sit down and I would just watch all the people who were all walking through like the gym there, right? The basketball gym. And I was sitting there like, hey, this is cool, right? This is really, really pretty awesome. And just watching. But what I was really watching for is for everyone's heads to turn away, because as soon as everyone's heads would turn away, I would jump over into the box seats. I'd jump over the wall through the window into the box seats, and I would hide up there because the internet was so good and nobody would bother me. And I did that for months. I'm talking like 13, 14 months. And that's literally how I learned everything from Russell. I read his book up there. I went through all of his stuff. I read Jeff Walker's book Launch up there. I went through lots of his stuff, took tons of notes. I mean, it's a stupid, weird place to have that, to do that. But it's how I learned most of this stuff. And so I was really, really excited. I had a buddy come out to me and he's like, hey, you know what? I need these Jeff Walker pages. Do you want to build them? And I was like, sure. And that'd be kind of a fun thing to build publicly as well. So I thought, shoot, I might as well make a little funnel feast out of it. Feast on some funnels together. What do you guys think about the name? I think it's kind of funny. There's a fork and a knife going through a funnel with a bite out of the side of it. But anyway, guys, I'm super excited to build this with you. And especially since I've built over 130 sales funnels in the last 9 months. Now I look at, back in college, I was looking at Jeff's book, right? And I was looking at his book and I was like, hey, this is really cool. And I was looking at the pages and I was like, crap, I don't know how to build that. Crap, how do I do this? How do I do this? How do this? And that was, this was probably like 3 years ago, right? And now that I've done as much as I have with building funnels and stuff, it's not that difficult or hard anymore. So I was like, wow. I was looking at his pages just like 2 or 3 days ago. I was like, this is really easy now. So anyway, I'm excited for this. There's some cool little ninja things I'll show you guys. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put up Jeff Walker's pages on one screen, and then I'm going to put up just a blank ClickFunnels page on the other. And I'll flip my screen around here so you guys can all watch it and see me build. So anyway, this should be cool. How I do this here. I actually really like this stuff. So, all right, there's nothing better than doing a little funnel building on a Saturday morning. All right, you guys, so let me flip the screens around here real quick and then I'll get started here. So, all right, let me go share screen, share here. Look at that, we got a lot of funnel feasters coming. And I don't need that one open. And I don't need that one open. All right, let me go share screen. Whoa, share, gonna get some feedback. Okay, cool. Actually, let me go back to this here real quick. All righty. Cool, so there's live chat there. What's up, Steven? Hey, Jeremy, how you doing, man? How you doing? All right, we got a few people coming on Facebook Live as well. All right, so let me open up the pages themselves here. These are the pages that Jeff Walker uses when he, for his actual product launch formula, right? And pre-ClickFunnels, this guy had to go out and code them. I'm pretty sure he uses ClickFunnels now. Most of the other gurus out there are actually using it, which is kind of fun. It's cool to watch. So, all right, and if you know the way that Jeff Walker, okay, let me switch my screen on here also on Facebook Live. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, drop this down just a little bit for you guys. All right, can you guys see that okay? Nice. Okay, so let's check these pages out. All right, so let's look at, real quick though, I wanna look at paint, brush. Let me show you guys, this is the basic Jeff Walker classic style. This is what he got so popular for, right? The very first page is a page where you're just, it's 4 different pages, typically, the Jeff Walker style is. And usually most of us are thinking, hey, I want everyone to go through all these pages all at once, right? Where they're all connected. And that's actually not what Jeff says to do, right? First you got to build some curiosity. You got to build some credibility. You got to show people, get them curious with what's going on. You got to educate them enough so that they stay with you, but not so much that the actual itch gets scratched, right? So right here, on this first page, you want to create, well, let's look at his actual pages. We'll get these in the order I believe that they're supposed to be. I think this one's supposed to be last. It's the recap page. This one's supposed to be first. And here's the actual registration, register for PLF. There you go. Okay, cool. There, and then it goes to the actual registration. Cool. Okay, I believe that's it. So this is the basic premise here, right? Hopefully that focuses a little for you guys on Facebook Live. There we go. There we go. Okay. So this is a basic page, right? It's got a cool video background going on, which we're gonna do, and I'll show you how I do that. Then on the next page, right, he's just getting the opt-in right here, right? On the next page, he's saying, hey, here's a free cool training, right? And this is actually the beginning of the 4 days, right? So it's day number 1, and he's gonna teach a little bit. Critical strategy, right? This is the wow, you know, the how and wow. I think that's what Russell calls it. The how and wow, like, wow, that's cool. And then the very next one, now not all the pages are included in here. Next one is the seed launch. Next one, the video launch blueprint. You're moving launch forward, right? So there's little education pieces, and you're not really pitching anything as you do these, right? And there's a lot of people that make a ton of money on this. If you've never sold anything before online and you have an expertise, the product launch formula from Jeff Walker, that's a great way to make money online off the bat. So I got a buddy, like I was saying, who needs this. So I'm gonna go through here and I'm just gonna show you guys how I would build it. That should be awesome. So let me get inside of ClickFunnels here. Switch your camera back to the screen. Hey, Jerem, can you see it? Hope you can. Anyway, hope you can see, man. All right, so, or can you still see me? Oh, crap. Hey, what's up, guys? Can you guys, are you not, okay, sorry about that. I actually really hate, I hate Google Hangouts. I hate it. I think it's so dumb. Can see you, not the screen. Okay, can you guys see my screen now? Is that okay? You gotta let me know. Hope so. All right, there you go. Woo! All right, thanks, Jerem. All right, thanks, brother. All right, cool. So, okay, let's get into this. So I'm gonna go in and I'm going to add a new funnel. And I'm gonna do sell your product, we'll do sales funnel. And this is not meant to be like a deep tutorial on ClickFunnels if you're brand new, but just to show you how I would pull this kind of thing off. So we'll call this Jeff Walker product launch funnel. All right, toss it in my client builds area because it's for somebody else. Okay. Now, I'm a huge fan of like his color scheme. A lot of people use weird color schemes, but he's got a good grasp on what this is. So the whole premise is that as you go through these 4 videos, right? So in the very first part here, we've got a squeeze page that just drops them into the sequence, right? And then there's video 1, 2, oops, 1, 2, 3, and 4, right? And then right after that, we toss them to like an order page, an order confirmation page. So it's actually a little bit longer than 4 pages usually. Usually the way I see it anyways, but there's a little bit of time between these. I've seen people do it 1 day apart. I've seen people do it like he mentions, which is like launch this on Wednesday, then they get another one on Friday, then another one the next Wednesday, the next one Friday. So the actual launch sequence itself takes a long time because what you're doing in between is you got all these email sequences that are going on, which is actually helping people gain a rapport with you, right? So you're basically bringing them through what Russell calls a soap opera sequence as you go through. It's typically 5 emails, and you're going to go through and talk about how your back, you're going to start at a place of high drama. Your back was against the wall. You had no other option, and you stumbled upon this cool thing. And you feel like you have to show people this cool trick that you learned, right? And so this soap opera sequence is like the biggest part, and you got links and each side of each little part of these that is driving them back to the very next page, whatever's going on in the story, right? And the page here is it's congruent with whatever's going on in the story, and you're basically saying inside the emails, hey, if you want to learn more, like I'm going to show you how I did this or how I pulled this off, right? And so that you obviously have to make these match up just a little bit. But that's the reason why this whole sequence takes a solid, usually about 2 weeks to pull off, to pull somebody through, because you got to indoctrinate them. You got to go get them into your side of your belief system. So you got to figure out what false belief patterns these guys are having, and then tell stories to break them. That's how you break false belief patterns. All righty. So let me go here. And I'm just making sure you guys can still see it. Boom. Okay, sweet. Cool. Cool. I hate Google Hangout, man. I hate it. I don't know why it's janky. Anyway, so this first page here, let's go ahead and build this. Again, I'm going to go for speed here just so you guys see how I pull this thing off. But what I did is I went and I found a cool Times Square video, and it's a literally street cam of Times Square, and I thought, that'd be kind of a cool thing to toss in. So I'm going to go here, and I'm going to grab this share link, and all right, let's go ahead and let's build this first squeeze page. And we don't need this page. It's kind of cool is that for most of this stuff, you can just clone it most of the time. There's also 2 ways to pull this off inside of ClickFunnels. We could build a page for each one of these things, or we actually could build a single page and then put the video unlocker element on here. And what it'll do is it'll cache them. Let me show you right here. The video unlocker element. And what it'll do is in the exact same element, it'll be all these blocks across the top. You guys have probably seen it before. Russell really likes them. And it is, the video actually shows up right here. And whoop, there we go. But the video shows up right here, and really super awesome element to use. What is nice is you can put like the Facebook comments element down here at the bottom, so it continues to stack comments up. But you can do the same things as well on certain pages. There are advantages to keeping it all the same, and then there's also disadvantages to it as well. So I like to send them to a separate page because I can make it congruent and match up with the email sequence that I'm sending out. So that's why I'm gonna make it all separate pages. So the easiest way for me to do it is I'll get one page design. We'll get the squeeze page down, but then I'll get a single page design down really well, and then I'll just copy it 3 times, and then it actually gets really fast when we do that. So that's what we're gonna do right here real quick. So I'm just gonna choose the squeeze page thing template here. Let's jump inside. I'm gonna use the new editor. All right, and it's getting feedback from this video. I didn't realize that sound. All right, so let me come in here, and I'm actually just gonna gut the whole thing. All right, let's check this page out. Let's hack this baby. All right, so it's just a big, this is really, really simple, guys, crazy simple. So we're gonna have a logo, text. Okay, so we'll go with a small section. Let's drop it down quite a bit here. Just because it looks kind of, well, yeah, we'll add this in. Single column, and it's all single column, I believe. Add an actual headline in. I'm gonna make sure I toss an actual image in for the logo at the top. And just for this, all these intents and purposes, I'm just gonna go ahead and toss in the Funnel Feast one just because it's already available. So the other guy can toss in what he'd like to, but logos don't do a whole dang thing for conversion, so I'm gonna make it tiny. And do critical strategy behind launches. And guys, I'm just gonna copy this page, okay? So know that I would never just launch this thing without actually switching it and making my own. I don't want you guys to think that I'm gonna steal this stuff. It's just for our parts and intents purposes moving along here. I'm gonna copy stuff so I move faster. then I'll go back in afterwards. So free training ends in. And what you could do is integrate this with a system called Deadline Funnels. Deadline Funnels is awesome. Oops, I spelled it. I think it's just funnel, not funnels. Oh yeah, it's funnel. What's cool is that it caches somebody and says, hey, if someone hits this page, let's really make this countdown be an actual countdown, you know, and you can pull this off in ClickFunnels as well with the timing elements. So let me head just to show you both ways how I would do it. So we'll do an actual day countdown timer. So I can come inside here, and I'm going to choose 11 p.m. Oops, there's 3 different ones here. All right, countdown. There we go. So the end date. And what's kind of cool is with end dates happening, you can send them immediately to the next video anyway. So you just set these redirects here, these redirect URLs right here on the side. Set those things up so that people, so that the next URL goes, and if people come in and they're in the middle of the launch, there's pros and cons to that. They see that the launch is literally in progression. It's not some BS thing. It's actually happening right now. So, all right, let me pull on the left and right side just a little bit more. All right, again, what I do is I kind of just content barf. I get it all on there. That's what I call it. It's kind of nasty. But, I get it all on the page, and then I make it look pretty afterwards. So let me toss in this part here. All righty. Boom, boom, boom. Remember the first time I ever did any kind of funnel hacking or funnel building, is when I realized the power of ClickFunnels and what it could do. I was actually on a date with my wife. And, so cheesy, guys. I was sitting there and I was like, she wanted to watch a movie. And movies are cool, but I get bored. And so I was like, yeah, you know, maybe I'll go just, how could she not notice? I pulled up my computer on the side, and I funnel hacked and totally cloned out the page of get response. Get response. To the pixel. It's the first time I ever did it. The whole homepage. And I was like, holy crap. I can do all the stuff inside ClickFunnels. And I did it in the middle of the date. Like, that was so stupid. I can't believe I did that. Anyway. All right, so moving right along here. All right, so enter the email address to get access, and I'll come in and stylize it, make it look all party afterwards. Cool. Get a button in here. Oops. I'm faster in the old editor just because I haven't practiced with this one that much yet. All right, so let's toss in. I'm going to use a little tool up here called Color Picker. Come on. It's not on a live web page, so it might actually have a hard time doing this. So instead, I'm going to screenshot it, and I literally go to Google and I type in what color is this? And you can pull HTML color codes from files that you take screenshots of, which is kind of cool. It's the long way to do it, but that's not really a live web page, so I have a hard time with it. So let me open this up, show the image, and I'm going to click on this color. It gives me the hexadecimal value right there. Awesome. Let's jump on that color right there. Let me grab the blue color here. If you guys got any questions, I think definitely ask. I'm just moving right along quick, so as I'm building this baby out. So, alrighty, spam. And what I can do also is I can come in and CSS this color here. I don't want to keep you guys on here forever, so I'll probably won't do all the things on here that I normally would do, but all right, let's come here to the background. I want to actually get this background image in so it looks better. It's driving me nuts. So what I'm going to come inside here and do is grab the, there are different times when you grab the share URL here and different times when you grab the one up here at the top. And so to be totally honest, Sometimes I can't remember, and so neither of us can. Russell and I will both go back and forth on trying to remember which one we're supposed to use. So we want to mute it. We want to loop the video. You can say how long you want the video actually play for. Most of the time I found that doesn't really matter. So I'm going to click save here. It's going to give me a warning, but let me go ahead and come on, baby. I'll see. Okay, I grabbed the wrong one. So let me come here and grab the one on the top instead. Oh, there we go. I didn't grab the wrong one. Looks kind of cool though. So let me pull in the sides, and I'll pull in. I'll decrease the padding so it looks a lot better. But cool. Nice. Alrighty. And actually, coming through here, what I would do is I'd match all of the colors to my actual logo. So let me grab that instead and make that the bottom here. Come here. Oops. Make the bottom part. Cool. Now with the new ClickFunnels editor, it actually is it's a solid each element. Here we go. Both section and row elements have padding on them now, and which is kind of weird. I'm still getting used to that, but it's the reason why it's here we go. Let me pull in the actual thing here on the sides. Huh. Might need to let them know about that. All right, cool. So let me pull in this actual font here. I like there's actual slider bar for this stuff now. Go on bold. Here, I like that he included all of his legal stuff right here in the actual. Usually I would toss it down on the bottom outside of the box, but he tossed it in. So let me put this down. There's default padding on like everything now. I'm not sure how I like it yet, actually. Let me toss in something new here. So let me go. Spam as much as the next guy. Okay, let me get an icon in. There's like a million icons in here now also inside of the advanced section. Cool. Now, structurally, that works, right? As far as cleanup and making it look extra pretty, I would do some extra things in here though too. And then I'll probably go in and CSS the back, this back video here, because it looks okay, but it doesn't start on this thumbnail page that I want it to start on. So I would definitely get it going so it starts on this thumbnail. So anyway, that looks pretty awesome though. I mean, I think I'm gonna move on for right now because I'm not. Yeah, we'll keep going here. Cool. Let me go and name the page here. Let's see what Jeff named it, if there's anything specific. See, I already got the page source in the file there, so I won't look at that yet. I'm going to call it critical strategy. What it says in the headline here. Mostly so I can save it and know that it's the first page. All right, so I got the first page built, right? First page. Now the second page, as soon as I have it built, it's going to go really fast. All right, let's back on out. All right, for this next one, I'm just going to keep a sales page. It doesn't really matter on the page type on these, to be honest. I mean, you can make them all order form pages, but it wouldn't. I mean, it wouldn't matter at all. Okay, let me come in here, and I'm going to edit this baby. All right, let me kill this. Custom background. Let me drop this guy out of there. Get rid of the actual image. Come on, die. There we go. And I'm going to make it white just like his. This is the page I'm building now. So simple, ridiculous, so simple. What's cool is that when you look at the majority of people who, I mean, shouldn't say the majority, but look at the design of this compared to what Apple does. Look at the design of this compared to what you see Frank Kern do. You know, it's really interesting to watch because sometimes we stress so much about design, and you can see that he put design and thought here with literally just 2 different colors, but everything else on the background is white. I mean, you literally got a video, a headline, and a button. I mean, there's not much else to this page, and that's so critical to remember. But it's the content and the actual copy that converts. I mean, that's the only thing that converts. That's all that converts. Because, and the only reason I'm bringing this up is because, man, I get a lot of people sending funnels to me, and they haven't thought a thing about the actual design and message yet, or you know, designing the message yet. They have. I can tell that they've literally only thought solely about making the thing look good, and you'll fool people from that. But you're not going to get that many conversions just by tossing in great looking stuff. You convert a lot higher if you actually have no design and amazing copy and content. Okay, so free, cool. Free video training ending in. All right, so I'll switch this here to 2 column now. And it looks like it's split down the center here, so I'll just do that also. Headline in. Another countdown here. We'll match this countdown the same as the other one. Right align and left align. And let's see, right, left. We got all that padding that the section and row brought in. I don't mind it from the section, but it's kind of driving me crazy that it does it on the actual rows as well here. So let me just give it a little padding, okay? All right, this next one here, let's make it, okay, so single column, button, headline, headline. This is literally how I hack though. There's times when Russell comes and he's like, okay, dude, we got to hack this out. We got to get this and this done. I will get the structure down. And like I said, like I'm showing right now, I'll come back afterwards and make it look all good. And let's go another 2 column. I'm just going to clone it from the one above. Bring it down here. Sweet. Get a little more padding on the top. Top and bottom there. Cool. And then for a solid bed. Now the reason, just from a design standpoint, so there's 15 design principles that I use when I'm building stuff out for Russell, for anybody. And one of them is called hierarchy. Now when you close your eyes and then open them again, look where, just open them and see where your eyes go first. And luckily, obviously Jeff knows what he's doing. They go to the video first. Now that's not always true. Whatever takes the most precedence and whatever they're, it looks like, are you back on my face again? Why does it keep switching? Guys, I'm so sorry. How long has it been like that? I just saw notice a little green light popping up. All right, so I'll just talk about hierarchy though. Have I mentioned how much I hate Google Hangout? So close your eyes and open them real quick, and wherever your eyes go first, that has the most hierarchy on the page. Now we also need things called, we need like a base, and that's what this does down here on the bottom. It creates a base. It creates a spot where, there we go. Maybe I kept clicking the stop sharing or something like that. Anyway, I'm so sorry that it's split like that again on here. But we need something to anchor the rest of everything else to. If this was all just floating in the center, it would be fine, but mentally, and I know this sounds stupid, but mentally, you would not have a spot to be done. I don't know if that makes sense. You wouldn't, all of your, like mentally, it wouldn't feel like this page is complete. You would be looking for an end still. So the fact that he made this thing a full width on the bottom anchors everything else to it. So I'm gonna do that here down at the bottom. So we'll go with full width. Click save real quick. All right. Cool, cool. So I'm gonna come down here, and just for moving along quickly, I'm gonna just kind of guess the color. That's close-ish. Actually really close. Okay. A single column, and then whenever I hand off like a funnel to somebody, I just name this legal crap. legal crap. Come in here and make the text white. Fade it down just a little bit. And then I usually do about 13 or 14 font for footers. Yeah, and no bold. Sweet. It's kind of funny to be copying the copyright. I promise I don't leave them or deliver them like this to the open public. There's no marketing that's done unless I actually make it my own. But when I'm hacking somebody, I straight up copy because I need to understand exactly what they've been doing. All right, so let's grab, I'm gonna grab the same headline color here. I'm gonna make it the bold color. I'm gonna go to the Paladin now. Drop in that hexadecimal color value right here. I can see what colors naturally go with it. Obviously, Jeff Walker knows what he's doing because that color matches. All right, I'm gonna make this the text color here. Now I could make them all bold and then just CSS the inside here, but I don't want to bore you guys. I'm more concerned about just moving quickly so that you guys are enjoying what I'm doing here. So, all right, let's go back here. Every once in a while, I've noticed this thing glitches. Ugh, sorry. I found a bug. There's a bug. All righty, cool, there we go. Awesome. So what I could do then, here, I'll show you how to do it actually, if you want. All right, so we gotta, let me drop this actual top margin here. Pull in on the top. Hey, and just talking here, I know there's a few of you on watch right now. What's funny is, I think it's because I do this on Saturday morning. I had like 400 people watch me, the replay of me doing this last week, but there's always only ever like 5 of you in the early mornings. So I should probably change the time that I do these because, well, 1, it's on Saturday, the weekend, and then 2, it's early. So I should switch it up here. But honestly, guys, I want to start building some of your funnels also. I want to go through and I want to start, if you want me to, I would love it. I think it'd be cool. It's cool to build my own funnels and show you guys, but I mean, it'd be awesome to get that kind of engagement with you guys also. So if you want to, reach out to me and I'd be happy to, maybe on the next one or something like that, let's go in and start figuring out something that I could build for you. All right, now one of the other tools I use here is a tool called Web Inspector. It's up here at the top. It's a Chrome extension. Color Picker, or yeah, Color Pick Eyedropper is the other one. There's several go-to ones that I use. I also use one called Awesome Screenshot. I can capture the entire page, not just what is shown. So when I'm funnel hacking somebody, you know, which is how I'd get these when it scrolls down like that. Web Inspector, typically your Web Inspector, yeah, it'll go in and it'll show me the exact font size, the font itself, everything from the other page. Now, since it's not a live web page, it's not indexed, so it's not looking back through any kind of source code. All the source code right now is right here. It's all on the actual file itself. So it's not going to tell me the actual font size, but typically I'd come in here and I would see what this exact font size is, and I would come back inside here. I mean, I funnel hack to the pixel these different guys. So I'll come in, so I'll funnel hack them, make sure I got it down right. And what's cool is that if I skip this and if I don't copy it, like we always tell people, you know, don't copy, make sure you're ethical. Now that's true. But I've noticed that if I don't go through what I'm doing right now and copy them, I usually will not have a good enough grasp on what it is that they did to make their funnel work. You know what I'm saying? Like the funnel hack isn't as, when I go back through and I make it, I might miss the main part that's keeping their funnel doing awesome. You know what I'm saying? So that's the only reason why I they're like, make sure you model, don't copy. It's like, actually, first, I just completely on purpose copy, and then I'll come back in later and switch it up. So, I like the squares better than the circles, so I'm gonna just do that. And then I'll come back in and I would CSS this to make it look the exact same as this color. Let's go advanced here on this one. We'll go full width. Let me find it here. Boom. Drop that color in. Instantly down this mind map and system. And I'll also make a rollover. So if I roll over the button, you can also do that with CSS pretty easily. Instantly download this mind map and system. So I want to see their call to actions. I want to see how they've, got them through the entire way. If I just look at their pages, it's hard for me to see exactly all the little sneaky ninja things that they might have been pulling off. Download this mind map and system, right? It looks like this is what's going to pull them inside of the remaining 4 pages, the remaining 3 pages. Because this first page is usually the free one that he gives after the opt-in, then there's 2 more that come strategically afterwards. It's really interesting. So he doesn't just give out content, it's the way that he actually structures it is what I've seen from him. So, all right, so let me come inside here and go full border, do dashed, like 3 pixels or, that's 3 pixels. All right, go back to settings, we'll shrink that up a bit. Same with on the bottom. Cool. I'll just add a little on the top and pull it down a bit. It's looking snazzy, everybody. Okay. Go full width. Okay, one of the other 15 design principles I use is called alignment. And so I want to have most everything I can align up the correct way. So it's nice because this is certainly aligned with the line that's being created by the edge of the video. However, this is not. It's way out the side here and it looks kind of junky. So I'm going to come inside and pull it down. I imagine it's like 93. Boom, there we go. 93, that instantly will make things look better. If you keep things aligned, it's going to look a million times better than if you don't. All right, this is a free service. No credit card required. That's clever. I like that he says that. Let's drop this down a little bit. I'm going to take this out of being bold. All right, now this is a cool split test that actually Russell and I learned when we were building. I think we built 3 full funnels, start to finish, in 24 hours. We stayed it for straight 24 hours. And we built out these really cool funnels. It was awesome. It was really, really fun to do it. We learned that if you have a button and then you have the text with the same action happening, right? So this is going to be a yes link or a forward or a submit or whatever, right? The exact same thing as text underneath the button, your conversions go way up, way up. I mean, we had a huge lift just from that one thing. There's nothing else we changed. And I'm not totally sure why, but I think it's because people get nervous by clicking on buttons. They think that you're being sneaky or whatever. So we had a huge lift of people going in just clicking the actual text itself. I don't know if people have massive like CSS blockers or something like that. Maybe they can't see the buttons on their browser. It depends on the browser is interpreting it. I don't know, but for whatever reason, making this little text underneath the button is the exact same copy. Everything's the exact same. It's just not in a button. Really huge lift in our actual conversion. So let me drop this in right here. Pull it up. Make it a little bit smaller. And he doesn't have it bolded right. So no bold. I'm going to try and guess the color. Again, I could come in and CSS this later and make it look fabulous. So for right now, pretend that this color and this color is the same. Let me pull up this as well. There's too much padding there. Cool. Now we just got to get this part here. Drop in a logo. If you guys have any questions or anything, please ask me for sure. I don't want to think that I'm just talking to myself. Let's go drop in this guy and we'll put an actual image in. All right. And just since this is what we have, I'm just going to put this in. This is the funnel fees logo. We'll toss it at 100, and let me shrink this down. I think he's got it right on. Okay, left line. Cool. Schnazzy. Woo! Thanks, Jerem. And for the other 4 people watching right now, there's a whole bunch of people, like I said, who see this later, but share funnels. Heck yeah, dude. Dude, that is why I'm doing this. I just want to provide more value. The biggest request that I have when people are on here, I get about 15 to 30 messages in Facebook a day right now. Just Facebook. That's not alone like text, Skype, Voxer, email, phone calls, however people are finding my number. I don't get that. But they want to watch me build, and so that's why I started doing this. So definitely, if you go to funnelfeast.com after this, I will post the share funnel link. Dude, I've been up since 4 working away. Boom! That's awesome, man. That's super awesome. And for the rest of you guys, like I said, there's about 400 people that watch the replay, which is awesome, man, which is really, really funny. I'm an early riser, I guess. I never realized how much of one I was until I started working here. And I was trying to meet up with some people, and they're like, hey, yeah, when do you want to meet? When you get together? I was like, hey, let's meet. It's about 6 o'clock, okay for you? And they're like, no. I was like, why? I was totally in the dark. It's pretty funny. Oh, man. So maybe I should switch that with this, but that's okay. All right, so I'm going to go ahead here, and on the bottom, pull up this padding just a little bit. He doesn't have as much there, but you see the framework that I've created, right? Now I can go back in. And honestly, what I would do is on a live page, I would go check out the actual metadata. I would see what they did inside the page. Like, I don't just funnel hack the look of it, right? I go through and I get the actual parts. But let me show what I'm talking about here. All right, let's go to, I don't know, guys. Let's just go to Jeff Walker since we're talking about him. JeffWalker.com. He's got a cool site. I actually really like his site. Let's go to this about page right here, right? And he's going to try and get this thing SEO'd enough that he gets discovered. So I'm going to come here and do a few page source, and then search right here. You can already see it on the page, but if you search for the word meta, you'll see all the stuff that he's trying to tell the internet that his page is about, right? So here's the actual image of him, right? We could copy this and pull it up. It's going to be a big picture of him, and lo and behold, somewhere on here is going to be this picture of him. Maybe it's after you opt into something. All right, then the summary here. Okay, actual content you need an expert. I'm assuming that's the other image here. Oh, these are the share images. Okay, he's just denoting which images are the share images. Meaning if I was to go take this about page and put it on YouTube or on Facebook, I bet it would pull that image up. Okay. So, oh yeah, see, like here's the Twitter creator. Here's all the stuff that we can see inside of his page. He's trying to tell the internet that he's about. So, I mean, ClickFunnels lets you do this, which is super cool. Meta property ID. So here's the actual interesting. So it's kind of cool because there are times when Russell and I are trying to figure out how someone did something, and I know just enough HTML, JavaScript, and CSS to be dangerous. And so I can come back inside here, and I've been able to pull people's videos out of their pages that otherwise they don't really want us to have. And we'll go, I should say I will. I'll go in and we'll get the video transcribed. We could sit there, it's on the public domain, or it's out there, it's for the public, so I'm not stealing, I'm not taking anything I shouldn't. I could sit there and press pause or pause and play back and forth while I write everything, but I honestly will go in, this is how we'll do it. We'll come in and find what he's needing here. So let's see what the about page, this is what he's titled the page. So if I was hacking an about page, I would come inside here to the SEO, back here to SEO meta, and I would name my page, probably the exact same thing if I was trying to compete with him. Then I'd go find the description inside the page. Say, okay, where's the actual description itself? Maybe he didn't put one, which would be kind of weird. Content, Jeff Walker, content, oh, it's the type. URL, site name, summaries with the large image. Anyway, that's what I do though. And I would start moving through this page here, and I would start trying to see what it is he's done if I'm doing a hardcore funnel hack. Now, obviously, this is an about page. It's not a funnel, but that's how we do it though. That's a cool little ninja trick that we pull off a lot of times. So, okay, cool. So we've got the majority of this page done here. Oh, the reason I was bringing that up is because there's nothing in the description area, and half the time when I go through someone's funnel, they didn't put an author down, right? They didn't put correct keywords down. They didn't put a description in. These are such small things that are huge. And I got my images on my own site, salesfunnelbroker.com, and a lot of the things I've been doing with my podcast, they are blowing up because I've taken the time to go through and put metadata on. And so, you know, a lot of these images inside of my free funnels area, I'm not trying to pitch you guys, I'm just showing you that like a lot of the images in my free funnels area, I made all of these, but people think ClickFunnels did because I named them, you know, put my alt text as ClickFunnels, and I started doing, I mean, I'm not an SEO expert, but just simple things like this is all I'm saying can really help you compete inside of certain spaces. So if you search ClickFunnels and go to images in Google, you'll start seeing these images in there. It's because I've done a good job just putting alt text in, you know, nothing crazy. So anyways, all I'm trying to show you guys is, you know, go in and make sure you do description. Anytime you add an image in, right, like right here, make sure you fill out this alt text spot right here. Fill that out. Just name the image. Name it. You could even name it the same name as the actual page itself here. If you pull in a video, make sure the name of the video in YouTube is the same as the name of the page. Does that make sense? Did you hear what I said? Because Google owns YouTube. So if they see a YouTube video with the YouTube name the same as the page name, and then we've got images that are the same as well, that does a lot for the SEO. That'll help you. And that, I mean, I don't know a whole lot more SEO besides that, but it's honestly, that's like the meat and potatoes stuff you gotta know. So let me come inside here and I'm gonna save it. Let me back up. All right, now all I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna clone this baby a couple times. All right, so we officially built. This page will be a little bit different, the fourth one here, and I'll show you why, and he's kind of done it differently as well. All right, so we built that one and that one. Okay, so let's build this fourth one out here now. Let me add it to the funnel. Is this making sense? I'm gonna trial close you guys. You guys getting this? You seen how you could use this in your business? Do you understand why this is such a big deal? Can you see why I get frustrated when people come to me and there's really simple things they should be doing? Half the time it's because they don't know about it, which is understandable. Let me come down here and I'm gonna clone again, right? But it doesn't take a long time to set up a Jeff Walker product launch funnel. Next step I would do is honestly the emails, and I would set it up inside the automation tab on this funnel step and just link back to the next pages. All right, let me come inside here to publishing. Update it. All right. Now, one of the things as I'm doing this, because it's kind of boring to just watch it, that I'll tell you guys, is whatever you name in this publishing tab up here is actually not the name of the page. You do all the page naming inside of here. So all you're doing here when you go inside publishing is you're naming the funnel step. So go inside and actually name the page itself, and that'll help. Again, a lot of other cool stuff. So, all right, let me clone it one more time. This will be the one that we edit a little bit. And I'm gonna go ahead and add it to the funnel. All right, come back here. Just name a different funnel step just so I know, and so you guys know when you get this 6-share funnel. All right, let me come back inside here now and go back into the editor. Okay, so what I've noticed a lot of guys do, I've seen this heavily in the product launch area, obviously because Jeff teaches it, but I've also seen it in the MLM world. I've seen it in a lot of places where this style is being used. And it's where on the last video, you give links back to the others just in case they missed them. Now you can do that as well, like I was showing inside of this alternate way to actually build this, which is using the video unlocker element right here. Anyway, there's certain customizations though that I like on having individual pages. I would go back through and customize the page just a little bit and tailor it to the content itself. So it may not be a straight up clone like I just did, but this certainly helps a lot. So, okay, let's come back in here and I'm going to, since forward, cool. All right, so let's come back inside here and I'm gonna actually build this thing out now also. And it's, like I said, the majority of it's done, but this is the final video. This is, the scenario is right here. You've taught them a little bit. you've got them interested, you've got them to a space where all their barriers are down, they're ready to continue receiving great content, and you say, hey, here's content, oh, it's over. In order to actually get it, you got to go back through and buy now. You know, that's the whole purpose of this actual page. So we're just going to create a little add to cart button, and then I'll just show you the style. I probably won't build it just so this, I mean, we've been going for a while here. But I would show you let me just show you the style we've noticed actually works really well on these types of pages. And I think it's very similar to the page that we've noticed works well for like webinar checkout pages. All right, so let me come here and, okay. So we got full section, two tones of the same color hue. All right. Drop this up here. Let me clone it. Actually, let me not clone. I'm going to show you one of the little tricks I do also. There's been a lot of times I'll come into work, you know, and Russell's like, dude, I'm so pumped. We're going to get X, Y, and Z done today. I'll be like, holy crap, that's amazing. That's a lot of stuff. Like, oh yeah, we can do it. And I had to learn to get fast really quick, you know, at what I do for him. And this is one of the ways I did it. So I got really fast at cloning. So these are small things. When we start putting them together, they really matter. So let me come inside here and this is I bet this is 15 pixels on the top and bottom. We'll go 20. 15 pixels top and bottom. All right, I'm gonna clone it, and then all I'm gonna do is come back inside here. And you see how this color is just a darker shade really of this color? I'm gonna come back inside and drag this down. I want more black. Sometimes this works well, sometimes it doesn't. And I think it will here. And slightly more purple. There we go. Cool. All right, now I'm going to add in, oh, come on. Let me add a row. Let's add a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 column row. Boom, we'll drop it on the top here. Click save. Been enough times where I mess up and I forget to actually save or something like that. It sucks. Oh, I hate that. It's the most frustrating thing on the planet. You got to go back through and build it. It's funny because it's so easy to build it in ClickFunnels, but you know it's still frustrating. You had to go back and do it in the first place. So that does not look good. Let me come back in here. Switch this baby out. I'm trying to hurry, guys, so that hopefully this isn't. I hope you guys are enjoying this. This is cool stuff. I just noticed there was a little bit of gap in some of the knowledge with ClickFunnels, so I decided to start doing this stuff. So let me come back in and video 1. All right, so we've got header, subhead, header, subhead. So let me choose a header and a subhead. Let me get it looking how I want to on the first one, and the rest go quick. So using that same orangish color as the one before. All right, I'm going to open ClickFunnels back up. A lot of people know too that you can use a lot of different tabs open on ClickFunnels at the same time. Bueller. Come on, let's go. Oh, there it is. I forgot it saves it now. All right, let me come back in here, make this white. Video 1. Shrink that down. And then I'll just name it whatever the name of that video and page name is right here. Video and page name. Just to keep this thing going, we'll do the same thing here. All right, cool. Video and page name, video and page name. We'll shrink up the actual, boom, there we go. And we'll come back in and clone. And then all I would do is come in and add links to the previous videos. Oops. Cool. 1, 2, 3, 4. More of an orangey color. Oops. More of an orangey color than was actually in there, but that's okay. I think you guys get the idea on how to actually put this stuff together quickly. Core elements. And what's cool about these different videos is that, I mean, that's basically, he's basically saying, hey, here's my stack. You know, Russell talks about the stack. Core elements, basically saying, let me pitch you. There we go. It's starting to look good. All right, then we'll just add a button, download, and then I'm going to make a 2-column here. And these videos are pretty much the exact same as the videos across the top. So it's a styling thing right there. Kill this. Toss that there. If you don't add a little space there, people will think that it's just a cool border on a video. So toss that in right there. Kill it. Kill it. We'll actually add in the 2 columns here. I'm going to need to add in a separate section, though. This is not. Let me save. I'll go full width instead. All right, we'll go right sidebar on this guy. And okay, what I'm going to toss in is I'm going to toss in the Facebook ads. I'm sorry, the Facebook element. Facebook comments, here we go. Oops, wrong one. There we go. Now I would still add this in though. I would still put it somewhere down here. What this lets you do is you can say which specific URL you want to be sharing. So click or choose the exact same URL that you would normally choose. I'm sorry, let me say that again. Select this URL. Whatever you have as this URL, that's what you would put right here. So anytime anyone clicks, you know, hey, let me share, right? You got the actual Twitter title, which I would name as your headline right here. Anyway, I hope. Okay, cool. Alrighty, so let me come inside here on the side, and then honestly, I would just clone these things and add an image down the side here. So let me just do that real fast. We're just about there, guys. Just about there. Sometimes you gotta add an element in first. Here we go. Before it'll let you pull in on the side. Which is a little weird, but still the coolest tool ever. So the very first funnel I ever built for somebody was for an artist, and he was he's a cool guy, but I was using WordPress, and I didn't know much about WordPress or anything like that at the time. I was in college. I was just trying to see if I could do it. I by no means was an expert at the stuff yet, and so it worked. Like it was okay. It was awesome, but anyway, I'm really glad that ClickFunnels is an awesome tool. It took me 2 days just to put together like a page, and I came in and here we go. Let me add this in there. We'll add in a divider. And it was a good experience, but I realized how much I didn't know about the web, so I started learning code, which was funny because my first my major in college was CIT, it was like coding and stuff in college, but only for the first semester. I hated it so bad, I would not continue in it. I was like, this is the dumbest stuff on the planet. I never want to sit in front of a computer again. Like I hated it, absolutely hated it. And I was like, I'm sitting in front of a computer all day, like I'm gonna hate this crap. And it's so funny because like that's what I do now. And I love it. And it's the coolest thing on the planet. And I, just a lot of fun. So it's just funny how the tides turn on some of these things and you're like, huh, paradigm shift. Huge fan of that. But I started getting onto the internet again because when I was doing door-to-door sales, I was a good door-to-door salesman, but I started getting distracted. I was driving out to these different areas And I can't remember if I told this last time, but I was selling pest control, and pest control it's needed in some areas and it's really not in others. And I was in an area where it probably was not needed that much. You know what I mean? It was it's more of a commodity, and I was getting frustrated. I was like, this is awful. I am not a fan of the fact that I have to go in and I got to convince people every single day who are not planning on spending money to spend money, right? And it was hard. It was not a obviously sales is not a walk in the park, which is why it's such a high-paying thing. If you can make sales happen, I mean, you got it made. So, which is why it's so cool. Why ClickFunnels so awesome, because I don't need to talk to people face to face and do that stuff. But I certainly enjoyed what I did with them, though. Well, anyway, we were driving out one day, and I was looking at all these billboards, and I was like, crap. And I was the number 2 salesman in the company as a first year. I mean, I was doing really well. I was killing it, making sometimes $1,000 a day, and which isn't like a ton, but it's not a small amount either. And put a strong fade on these videos. I guess I didn't need to do all this here. And so I went and I was like, okay, these people who see these billboards and they call, they are getting sales without even actually trying, right? Meaning people who put them up, they're not getting sales. They're getting sales from people who are calling them and asking information and wanting to know information. I am waking up every single day asking for people's credit cards who are not planning on spending any money. It's like, which is harder? So what I did is I got online and I started seeking out these cool ways I could basically, put ads out there for free and start doing the exact same thing. And it worked. And I was totally blown away. And I just went on all these classified ad sites. I wrote, which was probably the worst ad on the planet. And because I didn't know anything about that stuff. I knew nothing about sales. I knew about ad writing and internet and things like that. And my phone started blowing up. And I started getting all these phone sales. And the guy, my boss, was like, dude, what the heck are you doing? You're doubling your sales just by doing nothing now. Like, what the heck's going on? And this is a good looking page, guys. Cool. You guys like that? Do you guys watch right now? And the hundreds watch the replays later. It still cracks me up. I get so freaking excited about what I do. I cannot sleep more than a few hours a night. So I don't know. I'm a little weird like that, I guess. But I love what I do. So anyway, I started getting all these sales, and I realized, like, holy crap, I am learning how to do this, and this is such a fantastic way for me to get out there and get my message out there. So when I got distracted the remainder of the door-to-door sales experience that I had, and hey, here, just before I keep going there, here's the structure, guys. So I would switch the image out, obviously, make these links to the rest of the videos here, and then I would come back in. Obviously, add in the style that he says to. There are certain things. Go read the book Launch. It's fantastic. It's probably my second favorite book next to .com Secrets. As far as being practical and how to actually do stuff online. So, but this page is pretty much there. Switch out the SEO and stuff like that. But anyway, I was ruined when I was doing door-to-door sales because I realized how freaking cool it was. And I went in and just started getting distracted, and I started going and just focusing on how to drive ads, and it worked. It was nuts. It ruined me though for door-to-door sales. My whole sales experience stopped because of that. Going door to door, and I came back home and I started writing ebooks, and I was outsourcing them. And I wrote an ebook called Top 10 Ways to Get Straight A's. I was in college, and because I was getting straight A's, and I was like, this is crazy cool. Before I go on here, so hey, the structure we've noticed works really well, especially for webinars, for this kind of stuff, is having an order form on the side, make it smallish. I'll show you some cool stuff here. Well, I don't think I have time for that. I'm even going for an hour, and I'm sorry for the length of this, but and then on the side, we'll have a picture of the stack. If you don't know what the stack is, go get a free product. You just pay for the shipping. It's $4, $5. called the Perfect Webinar. Go to perfectwebinarsecrets.com and put your stack here and then a picture of the product image. And that's pretty much it. And we've noticed that this converts really, really highly. It's just ugly as sin right now, so I'm going to switch it up just a little bit. And that's still ugly. Also, white backgrounds convert higher than black ones. Just so you guys know, typically. Dang it. Let me just put an image in the background. I don't want to switch all the text here. But anyways, I came back home and I was selling all these ebooks and stuff, and they were okay. They weren't amazing. I basically built my first funnel ever without knowing that's what I was doing, and I think I got like 3 sales. And they were probably pity sales from family. That's when I was like, I got to learn how to drive traffic. And I started looking around, and that's when I ran into like DotCom Secrets. And that's when I ran into other crazy traffic driving gurus. And I got hired by Paul Mitchell, like the Paul Mitchell, and hair company, to be one of the traffic drivers. And I was in the middle of my college classes, being a traffic driver. I was in the middle of my marketing classes driving traffic, which is hilarious. And I was driving great traffic for Paul Mitchell, and then pretty soon after a while, they're like, we're getting amazing hits. However, people aren't converting. That's when I was like, man, how do I convert? So then I started going, I got obsessed with conversions. That's what got me introduced into Russell's world. And that's literally how it happened. And started building more funnels for people while I was in college, and had this awesome one. I mean, made a guy about 50 grand in a couple days. And it's the rest of this history. Kept going and going and going. So, all right. Now, I still don't really like this page, but just understand that this is the kind of layout I would do. Might grayscale this out a little bit. You can even make this white. Just, I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of this. But anyways, guys, that's the share funnel link. Please let me know, or I'm going to go toss a share funnel link inside of, ready for this loop? Oops. Feast.com. Ready for this loop? It's going to be loopy. Here it comes. But it'll be right here, okay? Just so you know, last week we did my dad's financial marketing funnel. His is almost done. He's just finishing a few product pieces. Then we're going to launch that. Maybe I'll show you guys the finished one next time just so you can see what we've done. And then you can grab the share funnel link here. And I've got, please let me know what you guys want me to go build. All right, I've got a whole Trello board filled with stuff that I want to go build. So here's my funnel feast stuff, right? I am going to go funnel hack Donald Trump, which I already did, and it's amazing what I found. So I'm going to show you what I did and then build his stuff. It's only like 3 pages, but Obama used the same strategy and made like $180 million. And anyway, really cool stuff, guys. I'm going to show you guys some more stuff as I keep building here, and I'll try and just show them one piece. So it's only like 30 minutes at a time. I apologize for the length of this one. This one's way too freaking long. So anyways, guys, let me flip the camera back around here and let me stop sharing. And I got this cool little tripod thing. You guys on YouTube Live are seeing it right now. Woo, what's up? And it works really well, actually. I guess when it wants to. Here we go. Anyways, guys, thanks so much. I appreciate it. Thanks for watching. That was a long one. I promise I'm not going to be that long in the future, but I just funnel hacked his stuff. And 3 years ago, when I read Jeff Walker's book, I had no idea how to build out those pages, and we just did it in an hour. Now, they're not perfect. You get the structure down. You understand what I'm showing here. It's not as, but that's pretty much how I would do it. If you guys have any questions, please reach out to me. There's a waiting list or not waiting list, but there's a, if you go to funnelfeast.com and just exit, there's an exit pop that'll jump up for you, and I'll keep showing you the funnels that I'm building and tossing the share funnel links when I can. Sometimes I do it for clients, so I obviously can't give out their work, but you guys can watch how I do it. You guys that are watching me right now, you guys are the cool hackers of the world, and it's fun for me to rub shoulders with you guys. I hope you guys are coming to the funnel hacking live down in Dallas. I can't believe it's only in a few weeks. We're kind of freaking out here. You can see that we're moving offices right now. It's Russell's desk, and everything's bare. We got all the books out. We threw away lots of stuff that just isn't relevant anymore that was on his bookshelves, and that's pretty much it, guys. We love what we do, and I really hope that this was helpful for you guys. It was pretty long this time. I promise it won't be this long in the future. But again, reach out to me if you have a funnel you want me to go through and publicly build live, and I'm happy to do so. parts of it. You know, I won't do the whole thing, but anyway, guys, super excited for this stuff, and it's fun for me to come. I look forward to waking up Saturday morning, which is not a normal thing, and I'm like, I'm gonna go build a funnel live today. All right, guys, next Saturday, unless I switch the time because a lot of people don't check this out till later. Next Saturday, I will be building out. I think I'm finishing my dad's financial market funnel, which a lot of you have asked about. So check that out because it'll be the final product walkthrough. I'll just walk through it, and then he's gonna demo something for you that's crazy awesome. This is really cool. He wrote a software on top of a trading platform, and he's winning like 80% of the time. I'm not supposed to tell you that, but he's killing it in Forex trading right now. Anyways, guys, I'll talk to you later, all right? Bye.